Welcome back to my channel, Glitter Babes. Today I'll be reupholstering this couch and we're gonna see how it goes. I'll first start off by spray painting the wood parts with this gold metallic spray paint. I'm not going to sand the couch or anything because that's just not my thing, y'all. I'm not a sander. I hate the noise it makes when it rubs against the wood. It's not my thing. I decided to gut out the back of the couch because the wood that was in there before was not strong enough. So I cut the fabric off and added more pieces of wood inside. Now I am taking my ruler and drawing a line in the middle of the couch. And you don't necessarily need my measurements because your measurements will be different. But all I'm doing is drawing a line and then drawing a line in between that. So everything is being divided evenly. But I will say my lines will be about 4 inches apart from each other. Now I'll be taking my marker and drawing circles around 4 inches apart from each other also. And after that, I drew a circle in between each square. Just added circles in between. Now I'll be taking my box cutter and making a hole wherever I see a circle. And that was a lot of work, y'all, because that foam was so thick inside. But you have to cut all the way through the foam also. And now I'll be adding this black leather fabric, and this is going to be what I use to tuff with. Now I'll be taking this 2-inch screw and a washer that I got from Home Depot, and I'll be using those to make the tufts. And I'll be using my drill to screw the screws in. And I'm still trying to work on my method when it comes to tufting. I like to start from one section and work myself down, but I'm still getting the hang of it. So yeah, I'm going to continue to screw in my screws, and I'm going to make my way across the couch. So I usually just screw one screw and washer on the top, and then the other screw and washer on the bottom, and then do the left and right of the tufting next. And if you're doing a project similar to this one, just be very careful of your measurements because you will see your flaws after your tufting is done. And make sure you check the strength of your board in the back of your couch. And here's a close-up of how I actually add the screw and the washer in. And I basically push the screw through the fabric and then push it through the hole with the foam. And now that the tufting is done, I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the excess fabric on the top. And I'm going to be taking my stapler and stapling the fabric to the wood. But I'm also going to be shaping it as I go. And as you can see, I'm following the curves of the couch. And I'll be going to the bottom of the couch and stapling the fabric to the baseboard where the seating area is. And now I'm just cutting off the excess fabric. And now I'm going to start attaching the fabric to the sides of the couch. I'm just tucking in the fabric and trying to make it as smooth as I can before I start to staple. And this part is optional, but I'm adding this strip of fabric down the side to help tuck that fabric in that crease. And now I'm cutting the fabric to fit the shape of the arm. And now I'll be taking my stapler and stapling the bottom half down so I don't have to worry about that part. And then I'm now folding my fabric in half and stapling it to the shape of the chair. Now I'm going to take these buttons and I'm going to glue them on top of the washers using hot glue and E6000. Now I'm going to be taking this black leather and I'm going to be using it to cover the cushion. It's actually not long enough to cover it, so I'm going to have to add 2 more pieces to it. I stapled one side of the leather to the bottom of the chair, and now you all can see that the fabric is not long enough to cover the whole cushion. They are eventually going to get more fabric, but for now I'm just going to cover the couch with the fabric that I have, and I'm just going to add 2 panels. But this part is temporary. Like I said, it will be replaced at some point. And for my sewers out there, you can also customize the cushion by tracing it out and sewing it together. So now I'm going to begin stapling the fabric to the front of the chair. I'm folding the sides of the chair very neatly, and I'm going to be stapling them down also. And as I stated earlier, I wasn't able to finish this couch, but if I had have finished, I would have used these decorative nail strips, and I would have went around the edges of the couch where the staples were and covered them. So I'm reminding you all how the couch looked before. And then this is how it looked after. I love how it turned out. I just wish I was able to put the nail strips on the edges because it would have made it pop out more. But overall, it turned out great. Please let me know how you feel about this project in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later, glitter babes.